You wouldn't walk into a restaurant, eat a full meal, and walk out without paying. You'd feel the strangeness of it, the wrongness. But every single day, 200 million people open an app, ask it anything they want, and close it without spending a cent. And the company behind it is worth $300 billion. So either someone is being incredibly generous, or someone is being incredibly smart. This video is about which one it is. Let's start with a number that makes no sense. 2024. OpenAI made $4 billion in revenue and lost $5 billion doing it. Not 5 million, 5 billion. Meaning for every dollar that came in, they spent $1.50 getting it there. And when the year ended, investors didn't panic. They didn't pull out. They wrote bigger checks. Because in the AI business, losing money isn't failure. It's a signal. A signal that says, we are building something so large, so deeply embedded in daily life, that one day the profits will have nowhere to go but up. They've seen this movie before. So have you. It was called Amazon. It was called Netflix. Both bled money for years. Both became unavoidable. AI companies are betting on the same ending. Get everyone dependent first. Figure out the margin later. But dependency costs money to build. A lot of it. And it all starts with one thing. The chip. Picture a lemonade stand. But instead of lemons, you need a supercomputer the size of a football stadium. And instead of sugar, you need something called a GPU. GPUs are the chips that make AI think. They crunch the math. They run the models. They are, at this moment, the single most valuable piece of hardware on the planet. And they are made almost entirely by one company. Nvidia. Every AI lab, every tech giant, every startup with a bold idea and a pitch deck is lining up outside Nvidia's door right now like it's the last flight out. Nvidia's data center revenue hit $30 billion in a single quarter in 2025. One quarter, not a year. A quarter. That's the ground floor. That's the foundation. Before any AI company makes a single dollar, they have already handed billions to Nvidia. You want to build an AI? First, pay the chip guy. Then you spend more billions training the model, teaching it to read, write, reason, and sound like someone who actually got a full night's sleep. OpenAI spent $2.4 billion on compute and hosting alone in 2024. The model gets smarter. And now, finally, you have something to sell. So how do you sell it? 4 ways, and each one is hiding in plain sight. Revenue stream number 1. The coffee shop model. You walk into a new cafe. They hand you a free sample at the door. It's good. Really good. You come back tomorrow. You pay. ChatGPT works the same way. The free version exists for one reason: to make asking AI a habit, to make you feel slightly incomplete without it, to make the blank search bar feel slow and dumb by comparison. Then one day you hit a wall, a slower response, a feature locked behind a button that says Upgrade to Plus. OpenAI grew from 2 million paid subscribers in 2023 to over 15 million by early 2025. At $20 a month, that's hundreds of millions in predictable recurring revenue. Every month, no trucks, no inventory, no deliveries. Just a subscription and a server humming quietly in a data center you'll never visit. The free product isn't charity. It's a funnel. Revenue stream number 2. The toll booth model. This one is invisible to most people because it doesn't happen on your phone. It happens behind the apps you already use. Every AI-powered tool, every smart assistant, every chatbot on a company's website, most of them don't have their own AI. They rent it. They go to OpenAI or Anthropic and say, "Give me access to the brain." And they get charged by the word. Literally. Developers load money into an account, make a request, and the cost gets quietly deducted based on how much text was processed. Every question you ask an AI-powered app, every email it rewrites, every contract it summarizes, someone is paying per word for that. In the background, without you ever seeing it. This is the toll booth. You don't own the road, but every car that passes through pays you. And right now, there are a lot of cars. Revenue stream number 3. The landlord model. Here is where it gets uncomfortable, because the biggest money in AI right now is not being made by the companies that built the AI. It is being made by the companies that own the land the AI sits on. Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Microsoft alone reported $13 billion in annual AI revenues in early 2025. Not from building a model, from renting access to one. They invested in OpenAI early, put their technology inside their cloud platform Azure, and became the landlord. Every business that wants to run AI on Microsoft infrastructure pays rent. Every month. At scale. Being the landlord in a gold rush, it turns out, is more profitable than mining the gold yourself. The miners take the risk. The landlord collects the check. Revenue stream number 4. The picks and shovels model. In the 1849 California gold rush, most miners went broke. The men who got rich? The ones selling shovels. Today, Nvidia is selling the shovels. It doesn't matter who wins the AI race. Whoever wins will need more chips. So Nvidia wins either way. No risk. No bet. Just an endless line of customers who cannot build anything without them. That is the picks and shovels model. Don't bet on the miners. Sell them the tools. So now you understand where the money comes from. Subscriptions, API fees, cloud rent, hardware, 4 streams, all of them flowing at once. So why are these companies still losing billions? Because the cost of running an AI is almost impossible to imagine. Every time you type a question into ChatGPT, a rack of servers lights up somewhere, draws power, processes your words, sends something back. Multiply that by 200 million people every day. The electricity bill alone could fund a small country. And the bigger the product gets, the more expensive it becomes to run. The infrastructure cost grows faster than the subscriptions can chase it. For now. But here's why the money keeps coming. The global AI market was worth $279 billion in 2024. It is projected to reach $3.5 trillion by 2033. That is not a rounding error. That is the largest industry expansion in modern history. And the companies that are losing money today are not failing. They are land grabbing, planting flags, making themselves impossible to remove from businesses, hospitals, schools, and governments before anyone else gets there first. OpenAI internally projects breaking even by 2027. Whether that happens is the trillion-dollar question nobody can honestly answer yet. So let's bring this back to the restaurant. The one where 200 million people eat for free. Here is the truth. The meal is not free. It never was. You are paying with your habit, your data, your daily dependence. Every question you ask makes the model smarter. Every free user makes the product more valuable to the paying ones. Every business that builds on top of their API locks itself in deeper. The free version is not generosity, it is an investment. In you, in your routine, in the day you finally decide you cannot work without it. They are not giving you something for nothing. They are waiting, patiently, expensively, for the moment you realize you need it. And for 200 million people, that moment has already come.